Oh. 1492, the Crusades had broken through into Muslims, Christians, and Holy Land that they knew. They fought. That was the gore. Seljuks, Turks, the nomadic tribe from Central Asia who could describe the Holy Land as their saving grace. And as I hear it, they had pretty calm airspace. In 1076, they brought their very large bag of tricks into the Holy Land. Seljuk Turks take Jerusalem. The Christian defenses are thin like aluminum. Seljuk Turks expand their Muslim empire, so they spark the already lit fire, the fights over the Holy Land. Things were beginning to get out of hand. In 1096, Pope Urban sent crusaders in unison. 30,000 crusaders met in Jerusalem. Fighting to unite, the crusaders take back the Holy Lands. Palestine, Jerusalem, and Anatolia are now back in Christian hands. And now surviving crusaders are sold into slavery, only because there is substantial bravery. Through 1492, the Crusades had broken the world into Muslims and Christians and Jews, fighting for the Holy Land that they knew. God did the war, which was filled with gore. King Richard I wanted in on the action, so he set up a crusade right next to the faction of the army of the Second Crusade. From 1189 to 1192, Columbus did not sail the ocean blue, but instead Muslims set up a partial coup and take Jerusalem and Palestine, while Lionheart stood in Acre's goal line. In 1291, it was finally over when the Muslim Empire got back from the changeover, took the final Crusader city, and satisfied the committee who the capture of Acre. In 1076 to 1492, the Crusades broke through the world into Muslim, Christians, and Jews fighting for the Holy Land that they knew. Throughout the war, filled with gore.